Hello, guys. You won't believe what I just discovered. Sometimes we see people every day and think we understand their lives. But the truth? We often don't know half of what they carry deep inside. That's exactly what hit me when Sonia's family finally opened up. On the outside, they looked so strong, so cheerful, so untouchable. But behind the smiles was a weight of silent pain they had carried for years. And when the truth slipped out, it shook everyone. Their strength wasn't in pretending everything was fine. It was in carrying heavy battles with grace and silence. One of the most touching revelations was about Sonia's mother, Nancy. People always admired Sonia for her calmness and grace. But when you look deeper, you see where it all came from. Nancy was more than a mother. She was the rock, the fighter, the one who made silent sacrifices nobody ever saw. Think about it. How many nights did she go without just to make sure her children had something to eat? How many hardships did she endure so they could have a future? Her strength planted the seeds that shaped Sonia into the woman she is today. And when people realized this, they couldn't help but reflect on their own mothers. It was a reminder of the unseen power of motherhood, the way mothers shaped destinies quietly, without applause, without asking for recognition. But then came the tears. And let me tell you, this wasn't just crying. It was years of bottled-up emotions, pouring out all at once. Sonia's family wept, not because they were defeated, but because they had survived. Their tears carried both pain and gratitude, a mixture of memories of suffering and the joy of realizing how far they had come. Watching them break down was like watching chains fall off. It wasn't weakness. It was healing. Their tears became testimony, proof that storms may rage, but grace carries you through. People also began to understand Sonia differently after that moment. For so long, she has been admired for her calmness, her gentle spirit, and her quiet strength. Some people even mistook it for weakness. But now it makes sense. Growing up in a home where struggles were constant, she must have learned early that silence sometimes speaks louder than shouting. Instead of clashing or proving herself through arguments, she learned to let peace lead. That's why she carries herself with so much grace today. Her calmness is not avoidance, it's wisdom, it's strength, it's victory. And that revelation made people admire her even more. The truth is, celebrities often look like they have it all. The lights, the beauty, the fame, the glamour. But Sonia's family story is a reminder that behind every perfect picture are scars and struggles that nobody sees. Their resilience, their unity, their tears. It showed that celebrities are human too. They hurt, they sacrifice, and sometimes they rise out of very difficult beginnings. And that's what shocked so many people when the truth was revealed. It was eye-opening. It was unforgettable. The most powerful part of the story, though, was the reminder that storms don't last forever. Imagine going through season after season of hardship, but still holding on to faith. That's what Sonia's family lived through. Their tears weren't just about pain. They were about survival. They were about gratitude. The fact that laughter returned to their home after years of endurance sent a powerful message to everyone watching. No matter how dark life gets, storms pass. Pain doesn't last forever. And their story became living proof that with unity, family, and grace, even the hardest past can turn into a beautiful future. Their openness touched people deeply because it wasn't just about one family. It was about all of us. It reminded people that silence doesn't mean absence of pain. In fact, it often takes greater strength to endure quietly than to shout it out. And when their tears finally flowed, it gave others permission to also acknowledge their own hidden struggles. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's courage. And that courage made their story resonate with thousands of people. At the end of it all, the biggest takeaway was simple yet powerful. Pain doesn't have the final say. With faith, with grace, and with family, pain can transform into laughter, into testimony, into hope. And that's why this story wasn't just touching, it was life-changing. Sonia's family gave us all a reminder that brighter days always come, and that no situation is permanent. Their story wasn't just theirs anymore. It became a beacon of hope for anyone still fighting their own battles. All right, guys, this is where I draw the curtain. Don't forget to subscribe to Gossip Celeb Network for more heartfelt and inspiring celebrity stories. See you in the next video. Bye for now.